Welcome back. This is Corporate Radar. Well, the markets have opened up well in the green, so let's get chatting with another management. Kajaria Ceramics, well, the stock has been under pressure a little bit. It's down close to around 20% from its 52-week high. To get a sense of how demand is panning out, as well as input costs have cooled out significantly, we're joined by Mr. Ashok Kajaria, the chairman and managing director of the company. Hi, Mr. Kajaria. Thanks so much for joining in, sir. I wanted to focus first on the input costs that are cooling off. So first, if you could tell us, how much have gas prices cooled off in Q4 in comparison to Q3? And also, what is your mix between gas as well as propane?
See, two things have happened between Q3 and Q4. And we got a permission to use biofuel also, biogas. As a result, between Q3 and Q4, the fuel prices, I would use the word fuel prices, have come down significantly. The Q3, the average gas price at that time was about combination of gas and other inputs was about 55. In Q4 now, let's say in the month of March, it has come down to almost 45. So that's a big change which has happened.
So, Mr. Kajaria, good morning.
Morning.
It's substantially lower, right? This is the overall mix, and this is 45 rupees.
Yeah, now we are talking about a combination of three things. We are talking about gas, that the prices have come down by almost 10 to 12%. Then we have allowed to use biofuel, where the prices are much lower than the gas. The average biofuel prices are 25 rupees compared to the gas prices of about 52 rupees as of now. And third, in certain plants in west and south, we are using coal also. So the combination of three, the fuel prices have come down to 45 rupees.
What does the overall sort of fuel bill come down by?
By almost 10 rupees from 55 to 45. It has come down.
It directly translates to that much. I mean, there's no difference in calorific value or anything. I mean, it's as effective.
Absolutely. I'm talking apple to apple. It's
so on a blended basis, sir, it's down by 20%.
Yeah. Almost 18%. I would use it about 18%, from 55 to 45.
18%. Okay, we'll get that. 18%, then that's the combination out there. I want to probe you a little bit more. You mentioned biofuels. I recall you were saying that, biofuels, I think in the previous quarters, were in mid-teens or low teens. And your target was to take it to around 35% of your mix. What is the current contribution coming in from biofuels, and where is that headed, sir?
We got the permission sometime at the end of November, and by the time we put up the to manufacture it, it was close to end of December. And I'm happy to tell you that we have reached the number of that 35%. It's currently at 33% to be very precise.
Oh, wow. So biofuels has gone up to around 33% of the mix from around 12%, I think, at the end of December.
Total fuel mix, biofuel is now 33%.
Oh, that's very encouraging then. What does all this do then, sir, to your margins? You were saying that margins should improve to around 14%.
Yeah, margins, I go back to what I promised at that time. Margins will be 14% plus for Q4.
Okay. And in FY24, it will go to 15%.
And no, for the year 23-24, we are talking about 13 to 15% volume growth and EBITDA margin of 14 to 16%.
14 to 16%. Okay, all right. But now it's likely to be at the upper end, that 14 to 16%, given that input costs have cooled off?
It should be close to that. Very difficult to say as of today. But I can tell you that we are in a positive zone now.
Right. Revenue growth in 24, you told us between 17 and 18%, Mr. Kajaria. That should be this.
I the volume growth 13 to 15%, and revenue growth correspondingly will be between 16 to 18%. Because some value here, although the prices will not go up, as I am very clear on that front, because once the fuel comes down, the prices cannot go up. But because of some value-added products, the revenue growth will be between 16 to 18%.
How's the bathware segment doing for you? I mean, what's the traction looking like?
Segment this year has been tough. Our growth is about 15% only. But next year we are talking about almost about a 40% plus growth.
So you'll end the year with around 500 crores, 450 to 500 crores next year?
Next year we are talking about 450 crores. This year we should end up at about 325.
Okay.
This year we should end at 325. Next year we are talking about between 440 to 450 crores.
Okay, all right. Mr. Kajaria, I wanted you to focus on this mix as well, for you as well as for the industry. What is the current mix between gas as well as propane for you particularly? And currently, what is it more viable to use given the price correction that we have seen?
See, as Kajaria, we are not using propane very much. We are hardly using 2% of propane or LPG. Our mix is gas, natural gas, then biofuel, and some coal in west and south because, as you know, in NCR it is not allowed. So that's where we have moved to biofuel.
Mr. Kajaria, across the numbers that you've given us, I mean, at least from what I had in my notes, the range seems to become a little wider, in both revenue growth, volume growth, margins, etc. Is there any extra element of uncertainty demand-wise that you're seeing out there in the market? Or it's looking pretty good?
No, demand-wise, markets are very tough. Let me be very honest to you, demand has been very tough. This year, as Kajaria, we would be growing at almost 10% in volume terms. But next year, we are talking about 13 to 15%. The key factor that will help us in doing this growth is the fuel prices coming down. Because as we are all aware, this year has been very tough on fuel front. Gas prices went high. They went up through the roof. The spot prices were very high. And the gas was cut. That uncertainty is over. So we are in a positive zone now.
But you're saying the demand conditions still, you don't see them improving, underlying demand conditions?
It is tough, but we will do our share, whatever we are talking about.
Yeah, no, got that. 13 to 15% volume growth and 16 to 18% revenue growth. That is, those are numbers for FY24.
And for quarter 4, sir, what is the volume growth?
Quarter 4, the volume growth should be around 9%. 9%. For the full year, it will be 11%.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kajaria, we'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in and speaking to CNBC TV18. By the way, the market is really on fire right now.